live, and we're going to be playing World of Warships today because there is a recent commander skill rework that is basically changed the way that all the commanders' skills function for the past like 3 years of the game. They do this occasionally in order to balance out, some of the meta. This one has some interesting effects. The big one I think that everyone will notice is let's just pick battleships here. Is Deadeye. So Deadeye increases the firing accuracy of the main battery if there are no visible hostile ships within the standard detectability radius, and that's 10% more accurate on the main battery shells, which is pretty nice. But it means that you have to stay far away from your targets, and that is usually something that's criticized very heavily within the community, is that battleships don't push in and help support the caps, and they instead stay like super far away from everything. So given that knowledge, kind of that information, we might play a kind of a battleship killer that is good at flanking and hitting targets way in the back. So this is one of the stealthiest Japanese destroyers that we have, and we'll see how the new meta kind of shakes out. I haven't played since the since the reset of the commander skills, which are all free, by the way. You can reset all the skills for free still. I did a few times, just going through every one of my commander skills and talking about them, and seeing if anyone wants to change what they were kind of built around based in reflection of the new skills. And I did change a lot of my light cruisers and my heavy cruisers. I made them more anti-aircraft focused, which is, there's not always aircrafts in the games, because they get a lot of flack, no pun intended, from the community, because they feel very difficult. They feel kind of unfair when an aircraft carrier is killing you and focusing you down. It just feels horrible. It feels like there's no way out, that there's nothing that you can do about it. Let's see, we might do best to go left, to use these small islands as cover. Well, actually, no. So, sorry, the right-hand side has many small islands, which are good for ambushing DDs, because they can conceal themselves behind this thing and go kind of pop out and surprise you within your detectability range. If you have the lowest detectability on the server, which might be the Shimikaze, maybe might get us, but I think the Yukumo has less detection than the Shimikaze. That kind of means that we want to be in open water, because we're going to see something before it sees us, which is good to do. And we have radio location. This is the first time I've actually put radio location on some of my ships, partially because I usually go for reload speed stuff, but I don't know, I'm trying it out. I think that there's a good amount of information that can be had. Radio location, of course, is this little half circle in the middle of my screen, pointing towards the closest ship that the enemy team has. It's probably a destroyer, to be honest. Oh, kind of switched over here. Yep. I might actually need to contest that cap, so I'm going to put my guns on the left side and do a big turn over to the B island. And yeah, I didn't take the skills that allow the guns to spin around faster. Because I'm trying to be more refined as a player and kind of work with my ship rather than against it. This might be a good thing to torpedo. Oh, so we get detected. Yep, as the Asato here. Oh, it's not moving at all. Okay. Should have an advantage in this duel. Yep, okay, so we scared him off the cap. Yeah, there's a destroyer over there, smoking up. So, looks like we did take some big shells from some of the other ships. I'm not sure how much damage we did to the Azaho, at least 3,000, but it might not have been as good a trade as I wanted. Looks like we don't have as much support in the center as our enemy does. Azaho, or the other one, is kind of back here. So I think we have to push to a flank because we don't have the HP to contest in the middle anymore. And yeah, this Jean Bart and the North Carolina are kind of standing off and relying on everyone else to spot for them so that they can use their Deadeye perk. Which, you know, I don't choose to put Deadeye on my battleships because I would rather put them onto survivability skills that just purely benefit me and don't have any drawbacks. You know, I'd like consistency out of my skills in ways that are always on, basically. So I don't have to like think about them or like basically change the entire way that my battleship plays. And we are down a cruiser. So that's not great. The Des Moines and the Alaska are going to block my torpedo attacks and advances. We do have to deal with this destroyer here. Maybe the Azato was actually more stealthy than I am. I suppose we could try to torpedo the Des Moines in amongst these islands, but kind of long-range torpedo attacks that the Yugumo really wants to pull off don't really benefit having a bunch of islands in the way of them. But it does mean that we can take what islands we do have as little targeting lanes and kind of snipe through them. Oh, the Des Moines makes a radar attack. And Zaho's back. Harassing our Jean Bart. It's unclear whether shots at this range will actually land, but I should probably lead them a bit more than that. There we go. Alright, good stuff. So there is another DD out here. We might have to spend our time and energy spotting that also. Oh, and it's, as it turns out, we did hit that Montana with a torpedo. Nice. There it is. Yep, it's our friend Shimakaze here. So this is a tier 10 version of me. It's kind of the older brother. And it has lots of health. It's going to be very difficult for us to kind of solo it. We're very vulnerable being in the middle here, but we need to protect our battleships at least a little bit. And it doesn't seem to be shooting back at us. And of course, detecting these torpedoes will be very valuable for our battleship. Oh. Oh, okay. Wow, close. Real close here. So I think it's just like in this area. I don't think it went around the island. Last time I checked, I think it was pointing this way if it was going to go anywhere. Oh, but we can use our radio detection. I really love this radio skill here. Maybe it escaped around to the side like this. Alright. Yeah, radio detection for the win. Yes, I love it. Okay, this Venezia is pretty close to us. I'm not sure if I should try for the... Well, yeah, let's... We might not hit this Venezia because it is a cruiser and it's more maneuverable, but... You know, it's worth a shot. Literally, in this case. They're just gonna do our standard spread. You know, I've been playing D&Ds, or DDs for long enough at this point to... They say there's something closer to me than 9 kilometers in this direction. That is a scary thing. It's probably the other DD. Well, I guess let's find it. I mean... Yep, there it is. I guess we're playing our torpedo boats like gunboats now. We have no real choice about it. Hopefully our... oh, we took a really big hit there. Yes. Thank you. Team support. Oh, Christ. We gotta dodge this Massachusetts secondaries. The accuracy of secondaries was nerfed quite heavily, but its range was improved, so kind of a trade-off there. Oh, and we used our healing, so the secondary fire is actually going to burn us pretty badly. No, 4 seconds. Okay, well, yeah, we took a full fire. That's not my favorite thing to do. But, you know, we did knock out all their destroyers, so that's pretty good for us. Now we're just gonna have to make good on our torpedo attacks against these 2 Massachusettses. And we'll try not to get spotted. I think we should be able to win. Like, we have good winning chances here. Oh, Massachusetts changing speed quite a bit. Trying to throw off our torpedo hits. Alright. That's as good as we're gonna get, pretty much. We're just gonna have to turn away so we don't get spotted and killed. Preserve our life. Keep the points on the board. This is something that I notice a lot of players kind of don't always do, where they enter into combat just because it is kind of close. It's like, oh, well, I have to go and fight them. And one of the best things you can do for your team sometimes is staying alive so that your points don't get subtracted from your score and added to your opponent's. That's just kind of like an important detail. Looks like these Massachusettses are kind of hiding out in this little alcove. We're gonna have to get around them. We might do well to turn even further away from them. 5.5 is our detection, but oh, nice torpedo attack there from the small end. Fast torpedoes on those European ships. So yeah, now might be a good time, depending on the direction that the Massachusetts is going. Oh, we have to be a little careful of not hitting our Yamato friend. Okay, nice. Then we'll just kind of clean up A. And yeah, so in that way, like, you know, we have the highest kills on the team. We hunted down the 2 destroyers, and I would say, you know, even the 3rd destroyer, and exposed them for our team using the radio location. And that's a big team play moment, you know, using information warfare. And that's something that, like, I had to change about my play style a lot, actually, because most of the skill sets and commander skills that I chose were just improving my stats, you know, improving the stats of my boat, basically relative to the enemy, so that when I came up in a one-on-one, I would have, you know, a mathematical edge on them, and then I could be in a better position to win those engagements. But things like radiolocation that give you information and are kind of like these extra abilities that are always on can be really, really important for destroyers, because they are such a team play class in the game, that information and stealth and detection and spotting are all kind of inset important things in your class for the game. And it is risky, you know, to have aggressive interactions with 3 DDs, as reflected by our health. But, you know, overall, that's what the team needed to win. Montana is sailing away from us, so I don't think we'll be able to catch up to it in time. And it's certainly hard to torpedo a target that's running away from you. That's why torpedoes are... Oh. Hey, Yamato. Always give right of way to the bigger ship. We're most able and likely to be successful in our dodge than the big ship is. Interesting, spotting torpedoes. Yeah, pretty good. Just one with the torpedo hit, so not terribly much, but still a third on the team. Pretty big impact. Not bad. Let's see what we get in the container. Alright, pretty decent. XP and coal. Not terrible. Alright, let's try a little different different maneuver here. Yeah, I do love the concealment. I think that's very important. Yeah, let's try Akazuki, Notorious DD Hunter, and Everything Hunter, really. It's this huge gunboat. And yeah, we'll see. See how it goes. It feels a little quiet. Usually I play World of Warships while listening to military history or documentaries or things like that, so I might actually want to increase the volume of the game itself. Okay, so Uzaho is pretty stealthy. Kidakaze is a bigger version of the Akuzuki, so we have to look out for that. And the Harugamo is also a bigger version of us, so we're actually outgunned in the destroyer fight twice. And the Summers, I think, is a European one. I'm not sure. So this is actually going to be, the small end could help us out a lot. The Shimikaze is just going to be a torpedo boat. And the Fletcher, good old American Tier 9, is kind of a jack of all trades, but it's been a little bit usurped in its role by some of the other destroyers. It used to be, in the early days of World of Warships, one of the best gunboats, but then they changed some of its firing arcs to be more lofty, so it's a little bit more difficult to land shells, and just kind of a jack of all trades. And then the Russian DDs came out, which were a better jack of all trades in many ways. But I still love the American DDs, but I think they've been a victim of power creep, to be honest. A lot of these high tier maps I'm not super familiar with. And the Akazuki has a 6.1 detectability range, so kind of very poor, I would say. Yeah, this small end, I think it has less guns than we do. I'm gonna avoid a collision there. Alright, but we got the spotting. I suppose we have to push into cap. Our radio location is pointing pretty much right here. So I estimate that there's definitely going to be some of those really scary DDs that we talked about earlier. Might have to use our smoke and kind of rely on our friends here to be the ones to protect us this time around, because we're not top tier. We're actually facing things that are 2 tiers above us, so... Oh, small end has radar, that's very nice. Alright. Nope. Alright, so those torpedoes can't hurt us because they're too deep. They're deep water torpedoes. Can't hit destroyers. But they're good that we spotted them for our enemy. smoke appearing over there. Let's go ahead and send some torpedoes that direction. And then let's go ahead and get out of our own smoke because it's not really doing a lot for us. We're getting radio contacts on this side. Yeah, I've really enjoyed playing with radio. Harugumo is the one that's over here, so they can gunboat us down pretty effectively. And they have more health than we do. Yep. We got lucky with that one. Alright, so let's get as much speed as we can. And go into kind of a kiting away position here. Oh, he looks distracted. Let's aim for the kind of the biggest waterline area and try and target some of the guns. See if we can keep applying damage through the smoke. Oh, okay, moved. And we got it. Okay, not bad. Not bad. Didn't take too much damage, although I think they did kill our friend. But I'm very happy to have the Harugumo out of a commission, so to speak. So this Cleveland over here is taking the cap. There's a Henry up ahead, which would kill us. And the Cleveland, I think, does have radar, so I might actually reroute back to... I'll send some shots while we have them. Oh, we're still protected. And at this range, I don't think anyone would really be targeting us. It would be a very difficult target to hit in the back, so... I think it's time for torpedoes on this Georgia. He's pushing in pretty aggressively. Oh, but he's also turning out. It looks like they are the closest target. So it also, radio location also makes torpedo attacks safer because you're confident that you won't get ambushed by DDs that you don't really see. Alright, so both torpedo strikes are kind of in this area. I'm going to use my torpedo reload here because I think this is one of the best opportunities that we'll get. And also using your abilities early can have a bigger impact on the game overall rather than kind of waiting for the balance of power to swing kind of so aggressively in one direction. Yeah, this Cleveland is behaving a little strangely, but I think I'll put some torpedoes there. Whoa. Okay. This is a complicated map. I have to navigate this pretty carefully here. Oh wow, that Azaho is extremely close to Massachusetts. Did a bit of a suicide torpedo strike there. I don't think that we'll be able to reach it. No, here's the Georgia. We're detected anyway by the Cleveland's radar, which is going right over this mountain. Yeah, maybe we'll just have to engage in maximum gunboat mode and burn this Georgia down, and kind of rely on our small targeting. Although the North Carolina is coming now also, so it's gonna be difficult. Let's see if we can get our guns singing. We'll at least try. Not bad. You know, almost 2,000 damage in the first salvo. Some decent damage. We're just gonna have to stay kind of at range. Alright, that's all we could do on that. Oh, the Cleveland's almost dead though. Yeah, I think that Cleveland will be worth clearing out and killing completely, switching the guns to the other side. But, you know, decent damage. Wasn't crazy, but I think it's still worth it. Let's go ahead and give it an energy boost here. Engine boost. Yeah, this should finish it off. There we go. Alright, good stuff, good stuff. Important to finish wounded targets like that, especially if they have radar. Now there's the other two. Wow, that was a vicious death there. Our team might be losing this one pretty handily. We're gonna have to go against the Kitakaze and the Thunderer. Yeah, but let's just press B, I suppose. Gonna have to go as close as we can. When in doubt, go to the center of the map. You know, go to objectives. Go to places where your very presence can be useful through territory control and getting more guns on more targets. So I think we got a ship advantage on C point, but we did lose quite a bit of points whilst doing that. And A, I think, is in the process of losing ships. At Smolensk might be having a difficult time surviving. I hope this Burgoyne doesn't ram us. Let's go behind it, just to be safe. Yep, Summers. Okay, smoked up. Kitakaze is here also. Whoa, okay. Very important to dodge these torpedoes here. So we do our Shimakaze over here. It's gonna be nice. Launching at either the Summers or the Shimakaze might be. I think it's the only thing we can do right now. I think we have to do it, but also I'm not sure if it'll work. You can use the torpedo reload booster again just because it might be the thing that saves us. We're probably going to take some return fire here, but like at this point in the game we need to start killing ships to start killing DDs. Our torpedoes are 10 kilometers instead of the 12 that we enjoyed from the Yukuma last time. But I might just go to A, to be honest. Alright, and let's start gunboating against this Montana. I mean, we really need some damage on. Get some fires, nice. Oh, he doesn't have fire prevention, which is a very bold choice for the Montana. He might have traded it for Deadeye, which he's not benefiting from because we are inside his detectability. Oh no. Do have a cap advantage, so if we just kind of stay here, I guess. Don't really... These are very close together islands. I was hoping for a torpedo attack against the Montana, but this is it's a little rough. I mean, Montana might actually be close enough to spot us. Yes, we really will have to just burn it down with guns. Interesting map. Alright, so let's turn away. I'm detected by this Henry here. Okay. Let's go ahead and do a full stop. Try to aim at the bow. Alright, got a fire on the bow, that's nice. Aim for the superstructure. Whoa, what are we still getting hit and smoke for? Got some torpedoes in the water. Oh, that's 20,000 health, not 2,000 health. Yes. Okay. Yes, 2 torpedo hits. That's what I needed. Okay. Very dangerous. Very dangerous for us. He almost died. And maybe we'll get some spotting on this Henry as our smoke runs out. Nice, 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 nice. So yeah, it's pretty good. Overall, decent performances in both things. Radio location has been, you know, useful. Not quite as useful in the second place, or the second time as the other ones, but we also, because we were a tier 8 in matches with tier 10s, we kind of took a backseat role. We didn't really want to be the focus of attention, the center. Now, I could open up against this Henry the Fourth, but that would probably result in us dying. And I'm not sure if I really want to do that as much as I just want to cap. Just stealth cap. There's still a few more minutes in the game. And if we get hit by any of the shells from this Henry, we will die, probably. We have 1,000 health. So just go ahead and cut our speed here. Keep him spotted. Let the kind of the other ships on our team go to work on this cruiser. Cruisers in open water like this really don't want to get spotted and focused by the rest of the team. There you go, just like that. And we'll get those cap points, which we probably wouldn't have otherwise had. How satisfied with the battle? I'm extremely satisfied. I thought we did great. Yeah, not terrible at all. 500 base. Got lots of XP. Did some damage against some big ships. Third on the team. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. So yeah, overall I think radio location is really working out for me. Let's go ahead and put on our camouflage again. Not bad. I guess we have to use it anyway. It's not very great camouflage, but XP for battle is useful on things that we want to get up to the next tier. Kitakaze and the Harugumo up here, yeah. Let's see about America. How you doing, America? You doing okay? Let's check. Alright, so we got the radio location here. Great defensive build all around. Get main battery AA. Not bad. Okay. Yeah, let's see about it. What's the torpedo range? 9.2. Not terrible. Not great either. Less than 10. Let's do more damage. 166. 16633 versus 2-3. Okay, so it doesn't do as much damage. Well, these ones only do 2,000 damage. These ones do 23,000 damage. Type 93 mod 3 versus type 93 mod 2. Well, yeah. Yeah, I've been wanting to do more, I guess, research into kind of the Santa Cruz and Guadalcanal campaigns for the Pacific War because they're early enough in the American campaign that we weren't winning, really, like, or not definitively. And early on, America's combat strength still had to ramp up. And they are also suffering, from the Battle of Pearl Harbor, or the attack on Pearl Harbor. I don't really know if it was much of a battle. And yeah, it's always a little difficult to get American schools and colleges to talk about American losses. Look at this turret traverse, so good. Yeah, I guess the Americans are just very knife fighty. Let's check out our opponents. Zilly Wang. Not sure what that is. Zaho, see that again. And the Shimikaze, the tier 10. Japanese torpedo boat, very stealthy. This one I think is the Chinese one, or the Pan-Asian. And this one might be the European one, I'm not sure. A lot of things in this game have changed. They've added quite a lot of premium ships. It's really grown in the past few years. And I just, well, we might want to deal with this first. Alright, no damage, but we got some engine problems. Okay, and we did quite a bit of damage to the planes. Not terrible. But we should still turn off our... Turn off our AA. Yeah, I'm not going to use a repair probably on... Alright, so it looks like over here, so let's turn up some of the music. At least a half. Seems fair. So the Azaho here. Yep. It has more guns than us, but its traverse is probably worse. Oh, but it isn't the only one here. Worcester. Oh, that's a Worcester smoke? Or is it a D&D smoke? Let's try to get back on this island if we can.
Problem solved, sir. Engine boost deactivated.
Alright, dodging relatively effectively. Worcester is like custom designed to kill DDs though, so it's pretty difficult. Alright, so very dangerous. That was a rough engagement for us. Messed up a few times in this match already. I don't know if we can openly gunboat if this Worcester is here. Which is a shame, because I'd like to. Could probably pressure some cap points, or at least contest it. This is a relatively small map. And the aircraft carrier is here, we always have to remember that. Looks like the aircraft carrier is going after this Kronstadt. Yeah, if the aircraft carrier decides to spot us, we don't have a lot of options of what to do. Could use this island as cover. We can contest the cap point while still staying relatively safe from our biggest threats, which is that Worcester and his Shaho friend. And the Worcester will just come back. I wish this Musashi would kill this Worcester, please. Alright, took big damage there. And even bigger damage. Okay, we're gonna get spotted by these wow, that's a lot of torpedo planes. Okay. Very interesting. Jeez, what a battle already. That was a little bit too far for us. Not sure if this Kaga is coming to try to kill us or try to kill someone else. Oh, no, he's coming to try to kill us. Alright, well, let's get as evasive as we can.
Engine boost activated.
Oh, right down the smokestacks. Pretty rough. Yep. Well, it's just one of the effects of being a DD on an aircraft carrier map is these aircraft carriers will come and get you. They love doing it. As long as we're here or close to this battleship. Get some good damage there. Adding whatever AA help, like protection or aid that you can is always nice. It's always important. Kind of want to go capture C, to be honest. But we're close enough to this Minnesota and Vermont that I think our DD duties will require and force us to basically go in there and get some torpedo attacks. Gotta keep them guessing, you know. This Minnesota might be giving us a target. It's actually turning into us, which I
Engine boost
actually really don't like. We're gonna have to get the fuck out of here. Or we can wait.
Smoke generator started.
Yeah, let's see. It's being a little evasive here.
Smoke screen set.
But American smoke is so long that we can actually just be right in his way. Wow, it's lots of torpedoes that coming. I mean, he might just be killed by... Oh, he's evading because of the aircraft carrier. Yep, and he's gone.
Our victory is in sight.
Yeah, 5 guns on the Benson though. Very nice. Still got a minute on the smoke, so we can freely fire. Not bad. Nice cleanup. Yeah, let's get out here and spot what we can spot. Closest target is this silly Wang, I think, over here. But radar is telling us. And it's more towards the middle of the map anyway, which is pretty good. Let's kind of keep it on this side, swing our guns around. I do love fast turret traverse. Alright, so another win. 3 in a row. Not terrible. Not a lot of damage for that one, but we were mostly dealing with positional stuff. Getting caps, controlling the middle, and dealing with anti-aircraft fire. Keeping their aircraft carrier distracted is very important. You got as much aircraft kills as a tier 10 cruiser, so not bad for lowest tier duty, and the fact that we survived with a decent amount of health is pretty strong. Now, sometimes it's just about surviving. Do we want that on the Benson? We actually have enough to get to the Fletcher. Yeah. Don't have enough credits to buy it though. Well then. I guess that's time to just kind of put the commander. They changed this UI. It's a little difficult. Send to reserve, sure. I really want to send him to my Sims. Okay, they changed this a bit. Alright, well, fair enough. Alright, well, I think that does it for me, at least for World of Warships. I might be on a little bit later. Been streaming for about an hour now. And might do some Total War, or potentially some chess. Alright, well, I'll see you guys in the future. Just gonna grab a bite to eat, and I'll be right back.